Hey y'all, hey, welcome to another quiet lesson with your girl Shanice Cubana. If you are new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and follow me everywhere at Shanice_Cubana. All right, so have you ever noticed how easy it is to lose yourself nowadays? And not all at once, and not in like some big dramatic way, but slowly through opinions and through expectations, through watching what everyone else is doing. And then you start wondering, like, wow, should I be doing it too? Like, at some point, many of us stopped asking, what do I want to say? And we started asking, how will this be received? And that's where society has had us messed up at. Whatever happened to just dreaming and doing? Because we live in a world full of people with millions of voices, millions of ideas and perspectives. And yet somehow, some way we convince ourselves that our ideas and our voice, it just might be too much or not enough. That's crazy. We care what people think. I know most of the time I care. I care if I'll be judged, even though this isn't a courtroom and no one is above anybody that's on the earth, whatever. We care. We care if we'll be misunderstood or if we'll be talked about. But here's something we forget. At different points and different moments in our lives, and honestly, even day to day, we are all consumers. Consumers of one thing or another. We consume content, music, stories. Girl, tell me why. Opinions. Oh, I think you're getting too small. Products. Most of all, we consume lifestyles. And that's, I don't care if it's the richest, the fitness, it doesn't matter. We consume. We sit back and absorb what other people had the courage to create. What the hell? Keyword being courage. So why does it feel so scary to be on the other end of that, in the hot seat, in the light? Why is it so hard to say, let me be brave enough to just create for people instead of consuming what already exists? A lot of the time, the fear isn't failure, in my opinion, it's perception. A way of regarding, understanding, interpreting something, or like a mental impression. That's all. It's just a mental impression. That's the perfect way to put it. It's wondering, well, what will they say, or who might not like it? And so what if they don't like it? Moving on, and we're walking. Because when we care too much about that, we start getting in our own way. We overthink, we hesitate, we talk ourselves out of things before even giving them a chance. I've been there. But how dare we? Because we then delay starting, or we delay sharing, and we delay becoming. I'm guilty of this. I know I'm not alone. And all the while, I just feel like, damn, I'm sitting on some bomb ideas. I'm sitting on these gifts and my visions, and everything that's inside of us is not meant to be locked in. It's meant to be shared. It makes me personally feel selfish, and I'm not a selfish person. But I did tell myself, you know what? I'm not going to bite my tongue anymore. I know what I have to say is going to touch someone, even if only one person. When you care too much about what people think, you start to edit yourself. I love who I am today. I would not change for a soul. When you change who you really are, you soften your truth, you dim your personality, and you shrink back to yourself that feels safer. But safety is overrated when it costs you authenticity. On some of my roughest days, I remind myself to give myself grace. We all have an audience or a market just for us. On your rough days, tell yourself someone is already waiting for what you naturally bring. Your voice, your honesty, your perspective, your story. Not a polished version, not a watered down version, the real one. The one that feels like you. There is no world where everybody's just going to understand you, and that's okay. There's no version of you that will be liked by everybody, and that's freedom. Because once you accept that, you start performing, you start living, and then you realize that being misunderstood is sometimes part of being original. I'm okay with original. So if you're being held back, if you've been waiting for confidence to magically show up, this is your reminder. Confidence is built after you move. Courage comes after you decide. Be brave enough to be seen before you feel ready. Be brave enough to create while your voice shakes. Be brave enough to show up as yourself unapologetically. Because the people meant for you will recognize you. They'll feel you. They'll find you. And the people who don't, they were never meant to come along for the journey. Just do you, be you on purpose, out loud. This is Quiet Lessons, not motivational yelling, not fake positivity, just real talk from somebody still in it. And if this is a conversation that you would like to have with somebody that you trust, tap in with me. Same place, every week, new lesson, quietly. And remember, the world doesn't need another version of what already exists. It needs you. That's it. See you next week.